My hobbies are travel. I love exploring new places, and I love living in Hong Kong because you get to go to everywhere very nearby. Um, what else? So as a model and an actor, I've done everything that you could possibly imagine, from TV commercials to runway and fashion shows. You probably know me as the McDonald's character Dim Jack from the Hong Kong TV commercials. That's me. What else?
Okay. One of the questions is, how did you become a dancer?
Oh,
Or do you dance, or how did you dance?
I just kind of came up organically. I mean, my original, before I was an entertainer, I was a graphic designer.
Okay.
But I always had a bit of an affinity for acting and performing, so it just sort of grew out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us one of your most memorable performances or events that you've done?
Oh, okay.
And why was it the most memorable?
Well, actually, the most memorable is probably the McDonald's one, is as Dim Jack, because that was a huge campaign in Hong Kong, and we shot that over, oh god, about 2 weeks. It was one of the longest filming of anything that I've ever done. So we did 3 days of shooting for the main TV commercial,
Okay.
and then we did. Basically, we hijacked a whole bunch of local TV dramas. So we made alternative endings to some local shows. So those were interesting because they gave me a whole bunch of Cantonese dialogue. This was before I was any good at speaking Cantonese, and I had to learn it on the day with all these professional local Cantonese speaking actors, and I had to perform with them. So that was exhausting, but lots of fun.
Okay, so as you know that this coming event is during Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So do you mind me asking, what does Valentine's Day mean to you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think anybody's asked me that before. I mean, Valentine's Day is, it's about an exchange between two people, obviously. But actually, I really before this, I used to live in Japan.
Okay.
And they have a thing called White Day on March 14, I believe. And the way that it works in Japan is that Valentine's Day is known as the day that girls give boys gifts. And on White Day, the boys give the girls gifts, which is really interesting. So it kind of changes the dynamic of it. So I think I liked that a lot more because it was, they both have their own thing to it. Valentine's Day in the way that we do it here is lovely because you get to kind of exchange, and it's a little bonding experience. But when it gets to be all about one person, then I think it can be a little bit more special.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the most romantic thing you've done for your Valentine?
For one Valentine's Day, I took my girlfriend to Fuji-Q Highland, which is a theme park in Tokyo, and made her ride all the scariest roller coasters because that's her favorite thing.
Okay. All right.